Hey, welcome in for our balancing and stability class. For today, we'll be working into a half moon shape. So I would suggest propping up yourself near a wall or grabbing one or two blocks as we get into that standing leg and work on our half moon standing posture. When you're ready, we're going to get started in a tabletop position. Coming into your tabletop position, again, if you're going to use a wall, have the front of your mat near the wall so you can use it with your hands if you want to, or just have your blocks ready for you at the top of your space. From here, let's just warm up the spine, finding those cat-cow movements. Inhale, dropping the belly down, lifting the gaze. And then as you exhale, rounding in the spine and tucking the chin. You can move through that a couple of times, finding that movement and maybe some side bends from side to side. I like to warm up in my feet, so rolling out the ankles here, maybe even tucking the toes and sinking the hips back. You can even float the knees, getting into the bottoms of the feet, kind of stretching out through the calves, the Achilles, doing that a couple of times. We will be standing on that single leg, so warming up the feet however you need to, prepare for that. And then coming to that neutral tabletop. From here, we'll reach our right arm up to the sky and press your hips to the right, getting into this twist in the spine. Then as you exhale, reach the right arm underneath you over towards the left side of your space, but not letting the shoulder come down to the mat, finding this little oblique crunch. On your inhale, twist back open, reach the right arm high. And exhale, crunch the right arm underneath. We'll do that one more time through. Inhale, peel open the chest. And then exhale, crunch the right arm underneath. From here, we'll relax all the way down onto the right shoulder, threading the needle here. The left arm can go wherever it's comfortable. Maybe you reach the left arm forward or keep the left hand down by your face. You can release the forearm down, whatever is comfortable for you here. If you want a little bit more sensation in the right shoulder, you'll square off the chest to the floor, trying to rotate the left shoulder or armpit down towards the ground and release the forehead down to the mat. Bringing your left hand back in front of your face if it's not already, we'll unthread the right arm and open up to a modified side plank from here. So keep the left hand down, start to reach the right arm high and the right foot up and back towards the back of your mat, finding this supported side plank. Getting into some oblique work here, just reaching up through the top hand, and then we're flexing the back foot like you're stepping on the back wall. Find some movement in the foot. So we're going to point the toes here and then draw the toes back towards the shin. Point through the toes, draw the toes back in. One more time, point, and draw the toes in. Releasing the right foot down, use your core to rise on up. Your right hand will come down, left arm reaches up, finding this side body stretch. And then slowly releasing back down to that supported side plank, lifting the right foot, flexing into the foot right away, reach the right arm high. One more time, release the right foot down, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Coming back down to that modified side plank, holding right here. And then your right hand comes down, right knee comes down. Just shift the hips back into this little short child's pose. Sway the hips from side to side. Kind of letting the wrists go. You can roll them out right here. Then come back up to that tabletop position. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Then as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath, just finding that crunch, so not relaxing down yet. Inhale, you peel open the arm. Exhale, you twist and crunch. One more time, open up. Exhale, crunch the left arm. This time you're going to relax onto the left shoulder, threading the needle, finding your variation here, whatever variation with the right hand, the right arm. If you want more, you're trying to square off the chest, bringing the right shoulder down towards the earth and the forehead down towards the mat as you continue to thread the left arm underneath you. I modified a little bit here, trying to not smash the microphone. Now start to draw the right hand back in towards the face. We'll open up to that supported side plank. So unthread the left arm. As you reach the left arm high, left leg starts to extend. You're pressing firmly through that right palm, reaching up through the top fingertips, and then finding that movement in the foot. So really drawing the toes back towards the shin. You're pressing the heel away from the head. And now point the toes, getting into the front of the shin. Bring the toes back in towards the shin, press the heel away, and then point through the toes. One more time, draw the toes back, and then point through the toes. Draw the toes back in, and then we'll release the left foot down as we rise on up. Use that core strength. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over, finding this nice stretch. Coming back down to that modified side plank, using slow and controlled core muscles here to floss back and forth. One more time, left foot comes down, rise on up, left arm down, right arm reaches high. Coming back down to that modified side plank, lift the left leg, really pressing through that heel. And then the left hand comes down, left knee comes down. Just sink the hips back into this little child's pose, letting that go. Again, if you want to lower to the forearms, roll out the wrists, letting the hands relax for a moment. Then start to shift forward into that tabletop. This time we'll tuck the toes under and send the hips high to a downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog to pedal it out right and left. Getting into those hamstrings, the back of the legs. Finding any movement here if you want to shift forward to that high plank, and then press the hips up and back a couple of times. Maybe you come down and hover the knees and send the hips high, release the heels. Getting into the bottoms of the feet. Bringing your right leg forward in between your hands. This is a great spot for the blocks, framing the right foot, adjusting the height however you need to. We're going to bend into the right knee, finding this nice deep lunge. So drawing the chest up and forward as you drop the hips down. It's okay if that front knee goes over your front ankle as long as you're not feeling any pain. Just really finding depth in the leg. And then pressing the hips up and back into this high pyramid shape. So staying high on the back toes, straightening through the right leg, drawing the right hip back, rotating the left hip around. We'll floss back and forth a couple of times in between that. So deep lunge, lunging into the right knee. And then sending the hips up and back, finding that high pyramid. Couple more times, using your breath. Finding your movement back and forth, pausing wherever you need to, finding depth as you move back and forth. Next time your right knee comes forward, we'll pause right there, moving into a supported warrior three. So again, the blocks can be underneath the hands, or you can bring your hands down to the floor. We'll press into this right leg and just start to float the left leg up and back into the supported warrior three shape. Take a moment here. So we're lifting the chest up slightly. So think about up dog heart. So use the blocks here to help bring the floor up to you so you can take that rounding out of the spine and really feel that length through the crown of the head all the way out through the ball of the left foot. So spread the toes like you're going to tap the ball of your foot to the back of the room. Rotate the left hip down. Press firmly through that right heel to lift that hip up. Hold right here and breathe for another 3, 2, 1. Slowly bringing your left foot down to meet your right, and then pedal it out right here, finding this ragdoll shape. Bending into one knee then the other. You can take a couple of deep squats if that feels good. Just finding that authentic movement here to release that side. We'll just rise on up, reaching the arms up and overhead, just finding some length in the spine, neutralizing the body here for a moment. And then come back down, plant the hands, step it back to your downward facing dog, hips go high. Other side, you'll bring the left leg forward. Use the blocks again here, however you need to, framing that left foot. Deep lunge into the left knee as you drop the hips down and draw the chest forward. And then send the hips high, staying high on the back toes, folding over the left thigh. Take a moment in this first high pyramid to find that foundation. You're pressing the back heel away from you as you rotate that right hip down and in. So like you're spinning the inner thighs in towards one another. And then start to floss back and forth, bending deeply into the left knee. And then shifting the hips up and back. Couple more times through that, using your breath, your movement, getting into the hips, the thighs, really starting to warm up and lubricate the joints here. This is being super helpful today. All right, bend back into the left leg. We're moving to that supported warrior 3 shape. So adjust the blocks however you need to. Start to really ground down through the left foot as you float the right leg up and back. And then we'll pause here, building onto this foundation. So take some time, adjust the blocks, the hands, finding that nice flat back. So lengthening through the crown of the head, rotating the right hip down towards the ground, lifting the right heel to the ceiling, squeezing the glute, pressing firmly through the left foot to come up and out of that hip joint, hugging the belly up and in, drawing the shoulder blades together, and then always remembering to breathe. Hold right here for 3, 2, and 1. Right foot comes down next to the left, pedal it out side to side. Find that movement again here, however you need to let those legs go. We got one more little sequence with our half moon shape, and then that is it. Already starting to feel this in the legs. Let's start to rise on up, reaching the arms up and overhead, finding that length in the spine. And then coming back down, forward fold, plant your hands. You can move the blocks out of the way. Just finding your downward facing dog, sending the hips high, and noticing how your body settles into this down dog shape this time around. All right, bringing that right leg through again, finding your low lunge. So grabbing onto 1 or 2 blocks, whatever you need to do here. We will eventually only have one hand down. So if you want to start just framing the right foot, or if you want to bring one block just slightly in front of the right foot here, you can turn the block sideways. This is how I like to find my supported half moon. From here, we're going to come back to that supported warrior 3 shape. So press off of the right leg to lift the left leg up. Find that foundation first. Go right where we left off on that last round. Feeling nice and firm in that bottom leg. Start to bring the right hand to, the left hand to the left hip. Right hand is still down on the block. Flex, so bring the toes down towards the ground like you're going to tap your toes to your shin, your left foot. Now from here, we're just going to spin the left hip open towards the side, keeping the left hand on the hip, right hand down, just working on that hip rotation first. Now slowly rotate the left hip back down. So nothing else is moving except for that left hip, still pressing firmly through that right foot. Keep the left foot nice and active. Rotate the left hip open, left shoulder open, and then rotate that left hip back down. Whew, really feeling that in that right hip. All right, here we go. One more time. Peel open. We'll pause right here. Okay, if this is enough for you, stay right here or start to lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. If you're feeling nice and firm in this foundation, Maybe you start to lift the right palm up off of the block, just flexing the hand, flexing the fingertips forward. Keep rotating that left hip open. That block's there for you. If you start to fall over, it's okay if you come out. Just get right back in. Tacos fall apart all the time and we still love them. Just put it back together. It's okay if it's messy. Hold right here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your left foot to the back of the mat, just like we did in that gate pose. We'll rise on up here to a star this time. Bring your toes in, heels out, and we'll hinge forward to a wide leg fold. Letting that go. Take that movement here. If you like to bend into one knee then the other, find some movement from side to side. Maybe give your furry friend a little bit of love. If he is joining you on your mat, he or she, kiddos climbing on you, that always adds an extra balance challenge, doesn't it? All right, come forward, front of the mat. We'll step the left foot forward so that we can rise on up and realign our spine. Give everything a little bit of a shake. Let that go. And then forward fold, plant the hand, step back to your down dog, last side. After this, we are done. Bring that left leg forward. Find your block variation, whatever you want to do. You know where we're going from here. So first step, pressing through the left foot and coming up to that supported warrior 3 shape first. Finding our foundation in the legs. We're rotating the right hip down, squeezing the right glute, pressing firmly through the left leg. Think up dog heart with the spine. Core is nice and engaged. Now, left hand on the block, right hand to the right hip. From here, we're pressing through that back heel and bringing the toes down towards the floor, trying to tap our shin, keeping that foot nice and active. We rotate the right hip open to the side, trying to roll the right shoulder to the sky. Ooh, almost fell over. All right, rotate the right hip back down. It's pretty common that one side's a little bit less stable than the other. That's okay, we'll work through it. Rotate the right hip back open. Slow and controlled is the name of the game today. No need to move fast. We're working on this balance and stability. Rotate the right hip back down. Whew, square off the hips. Okay, last time. We'll peel open and then we'll pause right here. You are welcome to just stay right here with the hand on the hip. This is enough right here. This is balance on that left foot. Maybe you reach the right arm up towards the sky. One day, bringing that palm up off of the block, just holding right there. It's okay if you only do it for a second and bring the hand back down. Press firmly through the left foot. Use the right obliques to lift that chest up slightly. Hold for another 3, 2, and 1. Gentle step back with the right foot. Woo, rise on up, toes and heels out, and then we'll hinge forward into that wide leg fold again. Come on down, find that movement side to side. Maybe you just hang the upper body down towards the mat. Shake out the head, yes and no. Letting the legs go. Then turn towards the front of the mat, stepping your feet together. Rise on up, shake it out. Let that go. Bringing your hands to heart center, just giving yourself a little bit of love, a moment. Let the sand settle. Let all that beautiful energy flow through your feet and your legs, all that hard work you just did. Thank you guys so much for joining in for this balance and stability sequence, working into our half moon. You can feel free to go through this a couple of times if you want to continue working on those hips. Come back to it once a week, whatever you need to do, and enjoy, and I will see you all next time. Namaste.